we go with another story, man. They got my boy James backpedaling. Usually King James stands on what he says and he usually can stand for it, but he got caught up in the hype of that Ma'Khia Bryant shooting, which a lot of people did, man, right? Speaking before facts came out, and then after you seen that Ma'Khia Bryant shooting, a lot of people, black people, also feel like that was a justified shooting. Ma'Khia Bryant is the young 16-year-old lady who was in the altercation and was about to stab another female, and the police officer shot her and wound up killing her. And right after the video hit, I remember being on Twitter as that video dropped, like the second it dropped and it hit the feeds. Me and LeBron, I'm pretty sure, got it at the same time. And he deleted his damn tweet. And after I seen the video, I had to delete my damn tweet. Because first came the story from Ma'Khia's family's perspective. And then a few minutes later, about an hour or so, 45 minutes later, the video dropped of the actual shooting. It leaked quick as hell. I don't know. It was within hours, right? First, the Ma'Khia Bryant's family came out and said their piece and told their version of how they perceived the events. And then everybody tweeted, me included, and then all hell broke loose once the actual video dropped and everybody started backtracking, trying to delete their shit. And LeBron James says here, it says here in this story that LeBron James shares regret over a tweet about Ma'Khia Bryant shooting. So LeBron James has expressed regret over a tweet he posted last month about the police-involved shooting of the death of Ohio teen Ma'Khia Bryant. It says, LeBron says, I fueled the wrong conversation about Ma'Khia Bryant, and I owe it to her and to the movement to change it. The Los Angeles Lakers forward wrote on Twitter on Monday. It says, James included a link to the article by Vox race reporter Fabiola Cineas, which criticized Columbus police officers Nicholas Reardon's decision to shoot 16-year-old Bryant at the moment it appeared she was about to stab another woman. Thank you to Fabiola Cineas for educating us about Ma'Khia and her story and why this needs to be about her, he wrote. James' message appeared to be in reference to a tweet he posted shortly after Bryant was killed on April 20th, which featured a photo of Reardon with the caption, "You're next, #accountability." The tweet outraged James' critics who accused him of inciting violence against police officers. The basketball star responded to the backlash by deleting the tweet. So at that point, he's trying to clean it up and he's basically saying that he's backtracking and he deleted the tweet because he didn't want the conversation to be about him, you know, seeming to be threatening officers and people hijack what he said. And if anybody know King James, who we refer to as King James, Brown, some call him Brown. All right, Brown, King James, whatever you want to call him, LBJ. If anybody knows one thing about LeBron is he ain't deleting no damn tweets. He gonna push back. You can push back and you can say what you want about him and he gonna fire back and say some slick shit back. He ain't just gonna, if it was something that he felt firmly he could stand on, like if, for instance, if he felt or he thought that that shooting was justified, that tweet would have not have been deleted. It didn't matter what nobody say. As much pushback and as much shit people say about LeBron, and he's all, you know, he's a political superstar, so he uses his platform and he addresses politics with the people. So of course he's, you know, once, if like Muhammad Ali and like other great athletes before him, when you take up that mantra and speak truth to power and speak for us the people, you know, that's one of the burdens you got to carry. Is everything you say is going to be scrutinized and you always going to have your naysayers. You're always going to have your haters. You can't, obviously you can't appease everyone. So the one thing I know about LeBron is if he felt that that shooting was justified, he would stood on what he said as a man. That's what we say in where I'm from, right? I stand on that. And mostly everything LeBron has said has always usually been on point or some shit that he feels strongly about, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it. He is confident in what he said. And this shit he ain't confident in. He hurried up and backtracked. I didn't never see LeBron delete no damn tweet. So he's saying what he's saying from his perspective, and that's just a clean up version to show and pay respect to Ma'Khia Bryant and the family. But I can say it because I've been saying it, like, that shooting was justified, B. What are you gonna do, right? My stance on the shooting as a black father, my objective opinion, my objective truth, the facts about the matter, that the way I see it is, if you ask me what I think about that shooting, I said it before and I say it again. It depends on what black child I am the black father of. If I am the black father of Ma'Khia Bryant, who got shot 4 times and got put down and got killed by the police. If I am her father, then of course I am out there saying this is crazy, this is outrageous, she was only 16, how could you kill my baby? If I was the father of the girl in pink who Ma'Khia Bryant was attacking, right? And if the police didn't shoot her and put her down, and she would have wound up stabbing my daughter, taking her eye out, or killing her, hitting her in the throat, hitting her in the neck, right? Then I would be on the other side saying, why didn't you shoot her ass? I don't care how old she is. I don't care if she's a girl or not. Put her down. Why would you let her stab and kill my daughter? So Ma'Khia Bryant in that situation truly left a no-win situation for nobody involved. Again, it just all depends on which black daughter I am the black father of, for me to answer honestly how I feel about the situation. Okay, but me being detached from the situation and being an outside party and looking in, I have to go and lean on my instincts of saying that, because I think about what I would do if it was my daughter being attacked by somebody with a knife and was that close to getting ready to be stabbed, and I had a firearm on me. There's a more likely chance than not that I would have did exactly what the cop would have did. Right? Maybe, I don't know. I would have probably put her down if it was my daughter on the other end of the knife. So, just being real about that whole situation, man. But this is would start having to backtrack, delete shit, can't stand on your word or whatever you say, have people put you in a corner where you half stepping or you're having to start to retract shit that you say, right? Because that's another slippery slope. You have to be able to be firm on your beliefs. You have to be able to stand by as a man, whatever it is you say. And when you can't stand by it, it puts off a horrible message when you can't stand on whatever it is you said. But this goes to show that you need to wait till information becomes available before you open your mouth and speak. And we all took a lesson from that, Ma'Khia, even me. Right, I'm speaking for myself personally, right? But before you open your mouth to hurry up and jump on social media and hurry up and have something to say, this was a good lesson of why you need to pump the brakes. You need to let information come out. You need to get the facts about the situation, and then you need to have a proper response, right? There's been many people that's horrible things have happened to them for acting prematurely. You don't do that in no war. You don't do that in no battle. LeBron James, as an NBA athlete, suits up for game night after night, should know that. You don't do shit prematurely. Timing is everything, right? You need to have patience, bro. And everybody that's involved with this movement, man, you need to have patience, right? Everything ain't meant for us to waste energy on and fight, right? To me, that Ma'Khia Bryant situation, which I feel horrible for the family. I feel horrible for beautiful Ma'Khia Bryant who lost her life. But to me, that right there is a fool's errand to try to defend that, because it's just only going to weaken our argument, and it's going to weaken our stance in legitimate cases, which is plenty legitimate cases to fight about and plenty legitimate cases to talk about and go back and raise issues with, right? But if you're going to start raising issues on justified cases, then they're going to use that one time that we use something that may be suspect, or that they can change the narrative and justify and say, aha, you see, it don't matter. Everything they say, dismiss it. They just complain and then they just talking shit. This is an obvious case where the shooting was justified and they still going to complain about it, which is going to take away the validation of everything else, right? Unfortunately, that's just the way the society is. We live in the social media era, and with everybody being woke and everybody supposedly, I guess, got to be perfect. You got to be God in this day and age, right? You're not allowed to make mistakes. Every mistake will be used against you. So ain't no need to give the other side no ammunition, because that's what they. This is a good lesson learned. From here on out, what we need to do is make sure we get the facts. The facts are going to always bear out the action that needs to be done. There's no need to jump on shit premature, right? You see this beautiful 16-year-old little girl, which I have a 14-year-old, right? She could have been my daughter. And you see her get gunned down within a matter of seconds of the police showing up. That's the story that you hear. I mean, this is before we actually see the video, right? And the story I heard before I seen the video, the mother or one of the aunties was saying the girl was 15, Ma'Khia Bryant was 15, and when the police got there, she had already dropped the knife. It wasn't no knife in her hand. She wasn't armed. This was the story the family put out there. And when I read that shit, I was infuriated. I was like, what the hell? While George Floyd trial is going on, in the damn middle of the verdict, they gonna go ahead and kill an unarmed baby? And then the video surfaced. And that video came out quick as hell, right? It was a matter, like I say, of hours. The video dropped immediately. Now, you gotta ask yourself, why could they drop the video in the Ma'Khia Bryant case, but in the Andrew Brown case, the gentleman that just got shot in North Carolina in his car in the back of the head, execution style, for some reason they can't drop the video in that case, right? If it's something that they can look at to say that it's our fault, it's our children's fault, or look, we had to do it, we had to kill your baby, they can drop the video within a matter of minutes. It's the quickest I've ever seen video be dropped in my damn life, ever doing all this coverage of this type of shit, and just being aware of these type of situations that go on in my community. I've never seen a video in my life ever drop as quick as the Ma'Khia Bryant video, but the only reason they did that shit is because they felt they were justified, right? Look, they had a cop just come out. I think he had to take down his post. He put on Facebook some type of meme. He did a meme on TikTok, right? And he was talking shit to LeBron. And basically what he was saying to LeBron is, right, he acting like LeBron called him on the phone and he talking, and LeBron Brown on the other end, and the white cop, this is a white cop, made this meme. And he's saying about the Ma'Khia Bryant, he's like, yeah, LeBron, I'm pulling up now. And LeBron's like, yeah, but you shouldn't shoot her. You don't shoot her. And he's like, okay, but, you know, she's about to stab and kill another black person. Well, should I let the other black person die? What do you want me to do, LeBron? Right? He's making this big-ass joke about the whole situation. And this is what they want to do, right? They want these I got you moments. They want to take one incident and justify the thousands of cases that you have over the generations that you have slaughtered and maimed and killed my people, the hundreds of thousands of cases, the millions of cases. You want to take one goddamn case and whitewash everything and say, look, so what if you feel, even if I feel you was justified in that, what the hell, Ma'Khia Bryant ain't got shit to do with nothing else. Ma'Khia Bryant case got to do with Ma'Khia Bryant, right? So the way you know that it's full of, the whole system is bullshit is the Ma'Khia Bryant video. They thought they were justified. They got a aha, I got you moment. They dropped that shit within a matter of minutes, immediately. The Andrew Brown, a judge has came out and basically said, no, they don't have to drop the tape. They showed the family a 20-second redacted version, right? Basically a little clip of actually him in the car being shot, and that was it. And the judge put a stop on the tape from being seen in the, why you won't show that tape in the public? And the countless others. Why does it take so long for everything else to come out? Right? Even in the George Floyd case, we seen parts of the tape that we didn't see until the trial took place. Right? But in the Ma'Khia Bryant, you show everything. You show the whole shit, no blur, no nothing. You just show the 16-year-old beautiful female gunned down because of a bad decision, right? In the moment. The heat of the moment, it was a bad decision. It was an idiotic move to run after that girl with that knife while them damn police was there.